So today we will discuss about one of the best visualization tool in the market, which is Tableau. Okay, so guys, the backbone of any data science or analytical project is the data which you receive from the client or from any public portal, or it could be secondary data. The data which you receive is maybe may contain million, trillion, or billion records. Now the question here is, how will you represent your data in a very effective manner? How will you represent the insights out of it? Okay, so hope you remember in our previous session we discussed about the graphical and non-graphical techniques to represent our data. So coming to the non-graphical technique, we do have some statistical tests and techniques to represent our data. But coming to the graphical techniques, we have already discussed about the bar graph, histogram, pie chart, mosaic plot, area chart, and scatter plot, line chart, etc., etc. Okay, so guys, and the same things we have implemented in R and Python, but that was a static chart. Like we developed the chart and we have saved the chart in PNG or JPG format. Okay, so here today we will talk about one of the business intelligence tool which is very best in the market, and which help you to develop the dashboards or the storyteller board. Okay, so guys, so one of the best ways to represent your huge and the messy data is visualizations, and also to draw attention to the key insights or hidden patterns from the data. Okay, so guys, nowadays there are multiple tools available in the market, but the fewer tools are have the exceptional functionality in the and have the powerful visualization in it. Okay, so the few tools are Tableau, ClickView, Cognos BI, Spotfire, Fusion Chart, D3JS, Instant, Atlas, and Yellowfin. So these are few of the tools, but there are a lot of tools available in the market. Okay, but in this session I am focusing more on the Tableau, as most of the data scientists prefer to do it. Okay, so guys, if you talk about the Tableau, it produces the interactive data visualization, and basically it offers four main products. So one is or you can call it as a four main versions. One is Tableau Desktop, Tableau Server, Tableau Online, and Tableau Public. Okay, so guys, Tableau Server and Tableau Online, you can we go for when you are trying to deploy your model, or when you are trying to deploy your dashboards on the client premises or to host online. Okay, but if you want to build your dashboards, or if you want to develop dashboards internally, better to go for Tableau Desktop and Tableau Public. Though all the four are the licensed version, but still you get a 14 or 15 days trial version for all these four products. Okay, so guys, today let us download the Tableau Desktop, and let us build some worksheets and the dashboards. Okay, so guys, here is a link. You can download the Tableau Desktop for 14 days trial version. So www.tableau.com products, and under the trial category you can download by providing your email ID or your working email ID. Okay, so guys, now let us go ahead with the Tableau and see what are the different functionalities available in the Tableau which help us to analyze our huge and the messy data. Okay, so guys, here is the Tableau which I have already downloaded and installed. So guys, whenever you try to download the Tableau, you will get two options to download in a 32-bit or 64-bit. So you need to download with your respective machines. Okay, so guys, this is the first, when you open the Tableau, this is the first window you should get in the Tableau. And so let us explore the few options in the startup window. Okay, so you can connect to whatever the data source available. So either the data is available in Excel, CSV, text, or JSON format, PDF, special file, or statistical file. So Tableau can connect or to upload the data in any format. Okay, so guys, you can connect Tableau to the databases like Oracle database, SQL, MySQL database, or like Amazon Web Services, which is in the cloud. So you can connect your Tableau to any of the external databases, providing the credentials. Okay, so guys, hope you remember when we were talking about the deployment activity. So once the R generated the output and it's stored back into the databases, then the Tableau will start and it connect to the database and extract the data from the predefined location. So it means that Tableau can able to connect to any databases and extract the data and run the visualizations on the top of it. Okay, so guys, besides connecting to the databases, we can connect Tableau to the R and the Python as well. So there is a specific libraries available in the R and the Python which connect the Tableau to the R and any programming environment. Like example, there is a library called Tableau R in R environment, which connects the help the establish the connectivity between the R and the Tableau. Okay, so guys, now let us load one of the sample data and see how we can able to develop the worksheet and the dashboards in Tableau. So so let me just click on the Excel because my data is stored in Excel format. So let me just click on it. So guys, this is a Superstore US data which I have extracted from one of the public portal, and this data is for the 2015 data. So let me just open this data. So guys, here we have loaded the data and stored in Superstore US_14. So before dragging the data into our drag sheet or worksheet, let us just explore the data to have a feel of the data. Okay, so guys, this is the data which I am talking about. So this data contains around close to 2000 observations and 25 variables. So out of this 25 variables, few are categorical and few are numeric or continuous variables. So guys, this data speaks about the transaction in one of the e-commerce company. Like people visit the website and then they have ordered online, and then that product got delivered to the customer specific address. Okay, so guys, let us explore the few variables. This is the row ID which is assigned to each of the order, and this is my order priority, which is low, medium and critical or high, whatever. This is a discount price they have offered. This is a unit price in terms of dollars, which is $5.58. This is a shipping cost, and this is a customer ID. So guys, customer ID is the unique ID which is provided to each of the customer, and customer ID may repeat in this data set because each customer may order multiple times. This is a customer name, and this is a shipping mode, whether it is a regular, car delivery or through air or through ship, etc. This is a customer segment, including like occupation, product category, what he orders, product subcategory, product container. Same like this, there are multiple variables which reflects the demographic information of the client and the transaction related information. Okay, so guys, now let us go back to the Tableau and see what we can do and how we can implement or develop the few dashboards. Okay, so guys, this is the data which I have, which is stored in orders. So let me just drag this orders to this area, which is my worksheet. So now you can visualize all your orders here or all your observations here. This is my row ID, this is order priority, discount, unit price, which is in a form of data frame or table. Okay, so guys, if you want to display 500 in one shot, so you can just write the 500 here, so you will get 5000 observations in one sheet. Okay, so guys, this is how we load the data. Now let us go to the worksheet and develop the few visualizations too, and we will look at how the interactive it is. Okay, so guys, I'm clicking. So this is the data source block we have, where I can load all the data. If you want to develop some visualizations in the worksheet, you need to click here. So this portal or this tab will help you to create generate one empty worksheet where you can create your own visualization. This tab will help you to add a new worksheet to your Tableau work area, and this tab will help you to create the dashboard. So guys, the difference between worksheet and the dashboard is worksheet will have only one visualization, either it is a bar graph, histogram, whatever, but dashboard will have multiple visualizations connect with each other. Like example, I have generated in one worksheet I have generated the bubble chart, in another worksheet I have generated the bar graph, in another worksheet I have generated the histogram. Now I want to combine these three visualizations to create a single dashboard. Okay, so that we can do in this with this button. Okay, so once you create the dashboard by combining these three visualizations, so you will have a filters over there. Whenever you click any filter, it will have an impact on all the three visualizations. So that is a importance, like that is the important functionality of the dashboard. Okay, so guys, let me just click on the sheet 1. We will create a one sheet worksheet, and then we will create a visualizations on the top of it. Okay, so guys, once you click, now I have one new worksheet where I can create my own visualizations, and this is the data. So guys, now what Tableau will internally will do is it will divide all the variables into two parts. One is dimensions, another one is the measures. Okay, so what Tableau will assume is all the categorical variables should fall under the dimensions, and all the continuous variable is considered as the dependent variable. Okay, so see, discount we can consider a dependent variable, profit we can consider a dependent variable, and the sales is also we can consider a dependent variable. Okay, so and all the dimensions contain all the categorical variables. Okay, so guys, now let us explore the few options in the Tableau which is available. So I'm just clicking on file. So guys, here you can load your you can create your new worksheet, you can open your existing file, you can close this, you can save, and you can save as in whatever the format you want. So guys, if you want to save the created visualization, so you can just save this and in a form of either a PDF, JPG or PNG, whatever you want. If you want to import this workbook, you can just import this workbook and save in your directory for future instances. So here same like page setup, print, if you want to print the PDF, repository location, workbook locale, you can set your predefined location as we did in R and Python. Okay, so guys, same like data, you can upload the data from anywhere, or you can, if you want to connect to a new data source, then you can connect to the new data source through this option. Coming to the worksheet, so whatever suppose you have created the new worksheet, if you want to show if you want to show the title, you can show here, which the title is nothing but this sheet 1, and if you want to show the caption, summary, cards, and if you want to look at the toolbar, which is already here. Okay, and here you will have auto updates. So guys, what do you mean by auto updates? So for example, I have loaded the data into the Tableau in one instance, and then I have created the visualizations. Now if I update the data here, so if you keep the auto update on, so it will automatically update your worksheets. If you update your raw data, it will automatically update in your worksheets. So this is called the auto update. Okay, so guys, same like dashboard, if you create some dashboard, then these are the options which you can explore. And coming to the storytelling, again the storyboarding, it means that you are connecting all the visualizations at one place to explain the story. Coming to the analysis, so guys, suppose you pulled one continuous variable, if you want to create it like instead of sum, if you want to show the count of all the observations, or if you want to calculate the average of each of the category of that continuous variable, that you can do. Okay, so analysis includes all the numerical operations which you can perform here. Okay, coming to the map, through which you can generate your heat maps. Coming to the format, so you can change the font size, alignment, shading, borderlines of all your visualizations. Coming to the server, this blog will help you to create to host your application or to host your dashboard online once you have the proper license involved. Coming to the Windows, and help is the two generic tabs which help you to get all the if you need any help regarding your functionality, so this bar should help you out. Okay, so guys, now let us go ahead, and so these are all the options which are already these are just a toolbar which is already we have explored in the above tabs. Okay, now let us see how we can implement the visualizations or create the proper worksheet. Okay, so guys, these are all the options. So first, this is my row. So for example, you created the visualizations, so you will have x-axis and y-axis, right? So row represents the x-axis and column represents the y-axis. Okay, so pages will tell you about the number of dimensions involved. Filter will tell you, like example, I have dragged down like one categorical variable which contains the 3 categories, but I want to analyze the data only for the 2 categories. Then what you can do, you can just disable the 1 category in the filters. Okay, so guys, as of now, don't worry, we will just do multiple exercises to develop the 2 or 3 worksheets to make you understand like what are the different functionalities of Tableau. Okay, so this is a color, size, text, detail and tooltip. These are the multiple options available in the Tableau. Okay, so guys, see, if you click on the show me, there are multiple charts available. Like if you see this, so currently this is in gray colored because we have not loaded the data into the worksheet. That's why these are all the disabled. Okay, so guys, you can see the entire selection of chart types in the show me menu. Okay, so if you mouse over each of the chart type, Tableau will offer guidance on which chart is best suited for your data. Okay, suppose example, if you load any data, so the Tableau will just activate only the few charts which are suitable for your data, and it will just disable all the charts in gray color. Okay, so guys, so this chart contains the stack chart, correlation chart, and this is my heat map, this is pie chart, this is my bar graph, this is again a bar graph, this is a stacked or combined bar graph, this is again a area chart, bubble chart. Okay, so there are multiple charts which you can build in Tableau. So guys, now let us do one exercise so that to help you understand better. Okay, so guys, so let us start the exercise number 1. So now I want to identify which states are performing well. So guys, this data I have extracted from only from the US country. Okay, only from the United States. So under the United States we have multiple regions and multiple cities and states. Okay, now I want to identify which states are performing well in terms of overall profit. Okay, now we have the region variable, we have country variable, city variable, and coming to the measures, we have profit, sales, shipping cost, unit cost, everything. Okay, now let us identify the which states are performing well in terms of overall profit. Okay, so first let us plot the country. Let us drag down here. So guys, look at this. This is the power of Tableau. Tableau will internally identify that this category or this variable belongs to some geographic location. So it will automatically invoke the respective or suitable plot from the list of plots. So guys, I have imported the country which contains only one category, which is US, because this data belongs to only US. So now I got a plot of United States. Okay, so guys, let me just select this. This is my United States plot. Okay, so now let me just drag the states to have a more clarity on it. Where is my states column? Let me just drag this. So guys, now Tableau can able to identify all the states. If you just mouse over it, this contains the country United States, state is California. If you drag this, the country is United States and the state is Oregon. So same here, Washington, this is my Montana, this is my Wyoming, and this is my North Dakota. So these are all the country and the states were identified by the Tableau. Let me just zoom in. Okay, so guys, now let us do one thing. Let us drag our measure, which is my profit, sales, or whatever the continuous variable you want to measure. But here I want to measure the overall profit. So let me just drag this profit to the colors. It means that I have added the one continuous variable to the colors. Okay, so guys, look at this. So here So here the visualization contain the orange color, light blue, and the blue color. So guys, hope you remember in our correlation plot, the if you look at the color what we did in our correlation plot, so it ranges from -1 to 1. So extreme one color represents the negative correlation, and opposite to that extreme blue color or whatever the extreme color represents the positive correlation. Same like here, this is my scale. So extreme orange color represents that the profit is in negative, extreme navy blue color represents the profit is in very positive. So if you look at this state, which is my Montana, has a negative in profit. It means that this state is not doing well in terms of profit. But coming to this state, which is my California, it has a highest profit among all the states. So this contains 28,000 plus profit dollar, and this contains 37,000 plus profit in dollars. Okay, so guys, this is how I have added the profit to the colors just to have a clear visualization. Okay, so now I am just mousing over to the a particular state, and you are getting some value, right? Now let us just have the numbers on the top of it. Just drag the profit into the label, so this will have you the numbers. Okay, so guys, can we just shrink this? So this is have a clear picture of this. So guys, here we have the numbers. Okay, so suppose example here when we mouse over it, you can see the color, state, and profit, these three variables, right? Suppose example, if you want to look at the if you want to add another variable, if you want to analyze another variable as a measure, so what you can do, you can just add the sales to the tooltip. Okay, so guys, whenever you mouse over, now you will have, besides country, state, and profit, you will have the sales variable attached to it. Though it is not displaying the value here, but whenever you mouse over, you will get the respective sales value over here. Okay, so guys, here so guys, here we have added the profit to the colors, and we have added the sales to the tooltip, but here it is in a form of sum. So suppose example, if you want the profit in a form of average, if you want to analyze the on an average profit in this on an average profit in the space or in any state or any region, so what you can do is you can just change your like measure from sum to the either count, median, average, whatever you want. Okay, but right now currently I am looking for sum, like I want to look at the overall profit at each of the region, so that's why I did the sum here. Okay, so guys, this is how we analyze the data. Suppose example, if you want to change the font, suppose as I told you that this 3,856, so this is in terms of dollars because we have captured the data from US. Okay, suppose if you want to change the format, so what you can do is you can just click on it, and here you will have all the options, and this data the font size is tableau, and then alignment is automatic. And suppose if you want the numbers category to be currency, then you can just write the generic or standard. So guys, look at this, this is my, so this comes into the dollars. It means that $3,855.61. so this is how we you can change the font size, or if you want to make the font in a different color or different sizes, then you can just change it here. Okay, so guys, this is how we can change the alignment. So for example, if you want to change the sheet name, suppose this is the title of my the heat map should not be a sheet 1, so let us just change this, edit title. So let us do this, heat map analysis for profit. Okay, so let me just change the font. This is my Vardhana, and then I want to be in a bold. Okay, yes, so guys, I should have the value, I mean title on the top of it. Okay, suppose so guys, now let us look at the interactivity. So here I have like all the multiple states in the US and its respective profits. Now I want to just visualize only the few states and I want to disable the rest of the states. So what I can do here, I have options. So this is my the selection criteria. Either you can go for rectangular, circle or lasso. So let us look at the one of the any one. So guys, now so here I just want only these states. I just want to visualize these states. So I have selected using the lasso. I have selected these areas or these states, and the remaining all states are disabled. Okay, so you can, if you want to exclude this filter, just press on the escape. Okay, so same like here, you can use the rectangular box as well. So you can just select the few states which you want to visualize. So these are the states which are on my focus. Okay, so guys, I'm just exiting from the selection. So these are the multiple options which help you to do a interactive visualizations. Okay, so guys, now I have created the heat map using the profit and the sales continuous variables. Now now the question here is, how will you extract the insights out of it? Now let us explore the few insights and try to extract some like thoughts out of it. So if you look at this and orange color, which is North California. So guys, if you compare all the states which are either doing negative or doing a positive positive profit, so southern states are doing well except Georgia. Southern states are doing well, and then compared to the except Georgia and the northern states. And okay, so guys, if you look at the overall analysis, so northern and the western states are doing well, which are here, and southern states are not doing well except the Georgia. Okay, so guys, if you look at all the southern southern states, so all are in, like, this is the negative in $19, $19,427. If you look at this, $1,842. So if compared to the northern states, southern states are not doing well, but only except the Georgia. So this is much better than in the southern states. Okay, so the most profitable state is the California. See, this is the most profitable state among all the states, and the least profitable state is the North California. Okay, so guys, even though suppose here we have extracted, here we just have the 2000 observations, but if you have a millions or trillions record, you, with the help of these quick way visualizations, you can extract the insights out of the million or trillion observations. Okay, or Tableau will also help you to understand the data better. Like if you just visualize this, now you can understand the data, like which state is doing well and which state is not doing well. And if the profit is, in case here is less 13,759, and what is the sales in this area. And if you are looking for this, the California, if the profit is $37,421 in positive and the sales is 288,311. So you can include the multiple variables into it to look at into a multiple dimensions. Okay, so guys, so now we have developed the heat maps, heat map for sales and the profit using our country and the state of provenances. So now let us just import this worksheet in our hard disk. So you can just click here and save as. So you can import the workbook here. Suppose example, if you want to, you can just save the workbook here, but let me just predefine some location. So here, let me just save this workbook for our further analysis. So now I have saved my workbook. Suppose if you want to if you want to print the worksheet, so let me just save on the desktop. I should be able to save the desktop in the PDF format. So guys, look at this. I have saved my worksheet in the PDF format, and now my data is ready for printing out. Okay, so guys, this will not be a interactive visualization because we have imported in the static chart. Okay, so guys, map based on longitude and latitude, these are all the metadata regarding the visualization. Color shows the sum of profit and the marks are labeled by sum of profit. Yes, details are shown for country and state of province. Okay, so guys, this is how we can create our static charts. And guys, one more thing, once you create your visualizations, you can feed a particular or few email IDs where once you generate the visualization, and now you can able to send these visualizations directly to the respective email IDs. But this functionality will get enabled once you have a licensed version in your Tableau. Okay, so guys, let us just rename my worksheet heat map, and now with this we have created a beautiful heat map which reflects the analysis of profit with respect to regions and the states. Okay, so guys, same like here, you can create your another worksheet with the newer variables and with another visualizations. Okay, so guys, let us do the second exercise. Okay, so now I want to plot the bar graph. So we have experimented with the heat map. Now I want to plot the bar graph. Okay, so what I'll do just, so let me just select one categorical variable, because hope you remember that for plotting any bar graph, x-axis should be categorical. So that's why let me just drag one of the categorical variable. So guys, I have one categorical variable region which includes central, east, south, west. So these are the 4 regions which are available in the United States. Okay, so guys, now this worksheet is in a form of table. Okay, now we need to, so this is just a empty, we need to fill with some of the measures. Like I want to analyze the number of sales at each region level. So let me just drag the sales and put it here. So now it has calculated the sum of all sales with respect to the region. Okay, so guys, what you can do, you can click the show me. So guys, as I told you that Tableau will recommend the few plots according to your data. So here I have selected the data. So now the Tableau suggested me a few plots, like you can go for the box plot, you can go for the stack chart, pie chart, or bar graph. So let me just click on the bar graph. So here we have the bar graph in place. Okay, so each bar represents each region, and the x-axis represents the category, but I want to have the categorical variable on the x-axis. So let me just pull here, and so guys, let me just pull here, let me just drag, make the sales at the bottom. So here look at this, central, east, south, and west. So these are all my 4 regions which are on the x-axis, categorical variable, and the y-axis is the number of sales which is in the form continuous variable. Okay, so guys, I want the labels on the top of each of the bar. So let me just drag the sales to the labels. Now I should have all the sales pasted here. Okay, so guys, suppose example, if you want to add some more dimensions to the graph. Okay, suppose I want to add one more categorical variable to the graph. So you can take any, so here I want to take the product name, or let us take the product subcategory. So guys, look at this, the product category contain only 3 categories: furniture, office supply, and technology. Okay, so all these three are under the different color codes. So here the pink color represents the technology, yellow color, orange color represents the office supplies, and the blue color represents the furniture. So guys, out of all the three product categories, so technology is selling more. Okay, so if you compare, if you compare with all the elements, suppose if you look at this 184,055, so if you look at this as well, so in all the regions, technology products are selling more. Okay, so guys, now let us do some more analysis. So guys, as I told you that filter, we can able to filter out the data using a particular category. So here we have imported the product category. Now let us import the product subcategories into the filter. So here now you need so here you will get some options like out of all the subcategories, which category you want to select, which subcategory you want to select. So I want to select all, so let us just click on this use all. Okay, so now you should have one filter attached to it. Let us click on it, show filter. So guys, look at this. Now here under the product subcategories, I have all the filters attached to it. Okay, so for example, out of all the product subcategories, I want to just visualize the data for few of the product subcategories. So what I'll do, I'll just click on the appliances. I want to just analyze the data for few of the product subcategories. So I'll just selected this, and then the data will represent the same. Okay, so guys, this bar graph will represent the numbers related to only these subcategories which I have selected. So for example, if I deselect the copiers and fax subcategory, so it should have impact on all the bars. And let me just select the labels, so office furnishing, so accordingly the graph will change. Okay, so this is a functionality of filter. So filter will allow you to select or deselect the options available in your categorical variable. Okay, so guys, now we have created the another variable, another worksheet. So let me just change the sheet name, edit title, so bar graph for sales analysis. I want to be in a Vardhana, so let us put it in a Vardhana. And then bold. Okay, okay, so let me just rename the sheet name. Okay, so guys, so now we have created a bar graph and a separate worksheet which analyze the sales at each region. Okay, so suppose guys, if you want to add the profit into the this plot, so what you can just drag the profit to the label or tooltip, where you can, so once you mouse over it, besides product category, region and sales, you should get the profit as well. Okay, so guys, same like here, you can download this data into a PDF format. So you can just download into the PDF and then save it in your hard disk for our further analysis. Okay, so guys, with this we have completed the two exercises and created the heat map and the bar graph. So in the next session we will create one dashboard by combining these two worksheets and see how we can create the storyboard. Okay, so guys, hope to see you in the next session. Till then, happy analyzing.